today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Richardson going right to the air. Dancing to his left. And oh, right away, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 17. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here comes third and about a foot. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Here's 3rd and 3. Now Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Brooks will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Sitting at first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Richardson off the play fake. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, pick up the first down.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7. Richardson working from the gun. That one out wide and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Niners will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He sets to fire deep. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Moody good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Indy set to go on offense once more. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
2nd down. Here's Richardson. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the 1st. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Taylor. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Richardson out of the shotgun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Richardson going to move him around. First and 10, Taylor now. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Got to say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
Taken down by Pete Werner. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now 2nd and 9. Purdy off the play fake. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are back within a score.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Purdy. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Up the middle with Brooks here.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Again, McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And Taylor going to pick up the Colts' 1st down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Richardson now going to fake the jet sweep, and he'll throw off play action. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, Richardson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Able to get away. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And now there's a scoop. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side. The scoop and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Colts take it to field.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And across the goal. 49ers. Xavier Worthy. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. Moody good with the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Now Jonathan Taylor and the... And Purdy, he's going to shift them around into something else.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
And now they'll shift things around.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. That's into the hands of Worthy.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Play action. Now Purdy. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. That one good for 37 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Back to throw, Purdy. This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown 49ers. Xavier Worthy with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. And Charles, you can't really fault him. Final play of the half, Purdy. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll get started in the Big Easy. Arizona heading to the Superdome to take on...
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 22. In motion left comes Williams. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Purdy looking to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They go play action here. Purdy. That's caught right side by Worthy. Touchdown, 49ers. Xavier Worthy, 37 yards. And the 49ers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 3. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Purdy now on 2nd down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. His big game can... Continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some... More yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. 89 yards. impact rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 2nd down and 4. This is McCaffrey on the give. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. You see Purdy, he's going to shift them around. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's complete to Williams. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Williams, a man in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are pouring it on. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis.
On first down, Purdy.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Right back to Mitchell here.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive. But sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose. And just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially. Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Open man is Waddle, complete. 7 yards there and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Brooks.
And he stopped immediately there.
It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And they'll send Williams in motion right.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
Purdy, that is caught. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Purdy going to give it to Guerrero. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Guerrero. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Isaac Guerrero taking it in from 7 yards away. And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the... They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll send a receiver in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Mitchell. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Purdy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, You and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point try now for Moody. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the 49ers, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Indy.